Mommies, the main mommy needs your help. That's right. I need you to tell me what your favorite moment is ever from Your Mom's House podcast. That's right. Make a video, a short video, a concise video of you telling me what your favorite moment is of YMH, and we may feature you on the podcast.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
Hi, mommies. Hi, jeans. It's me, the main mommy, and Tommy Salami is still filming in New Mexico. He's filming a movie. So I have a co-host with me today that I am so stoked. You guys don't even know what you're in for. Please welcome Doug Bradley today as my co-host. Yeah! Yeah!
Hello.
Hi.
It is. It's a great pleasure to be here.
I love you. I'm so thrilled that you and your wife came to Austin just to do this. I really appreciate you.
Well, thank you for inviting us, and it's a pleasure to be here. And as a very wise man once said, let the conversation begin.
Yes! Yes! I bet you didn't know Pinhead is a mommy. You do now. Let the conversation begin. Who do you think's creepier, Pinhead or Garth Brooks? Who's killed more people?
Well, Pinhead. Well, he, other than wiping out an entire nightclub full of people in Hellraiser 3. Yeah. His known kill count on screen isn't that high, really.
We'll talk about
really.
that.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I have so much to get into.
I don't know. I mean, with Garth, for me, it was back in the day because I get asked quite often at Q&As, in interviews and fans generally about what music I like and what I listen to, and I always say it's easier to define myself by what I don't like and what I don't listen to. And in trying to make a distinction between being a huge country music fan, but it was at the time that the new corporate Nashville sound was emerging, and I called it big hat country, and Garth was the poster boy of big hat country for me. So I used to say, like Garth Brooks, no.
Wow.
And I mean, I don't. What's Friends in Low Places? That's him, right?
Yeah, I've got friends.
Yeah. But I couldn't hum it you, and I couldn't name really any other Garth Brooks songs. And then I'm not sure of the chronology as to when I got shown the Facebook clip, which was so weird in so many ways, not least because he gave the impression that someone had just introduced him to the idea of Facebook and he'd never heard of it before.
Do we have it? Can we just... And then I'll do the opening clip. I know what you're saying. This phony, this faked surprise.
Facebook? What a great idea! Why didn't nobody think of this?
Yeah, let's watch it again, just for old time's sake. Right, sure. So creepy.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook.
What the
I really wasn't sure about this at the start. Mm-hmm. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
I like that.
I like that. I like that. Well, that's amazing. Here, this is a great segue.
I really like that.
Yeah, let's get into the opening clip because I really like that too. Let the conversation begin.
Anybody want these old sandals? You can have them. If you want them. I don't want them no more. I plan on just getting you some more sandals. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also they come with a bottle of brisk drink too.
Oh, well, I'm sold.
So stupid. Oh, shit.
Christina P.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
Meow, 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 meow. Nice long intro. Yep. Oh. Hold on. Now,
I'm disrobing because
please,
Well, I only-
show us your shirt. It's so beautiful. You must.
I only wore the overshirt for the purposes of the reveal.
It was such a good reveal, by the way. I had no idea. You wore a denim shirt, too, to really pay homage.
There you go. Yeah.
Now, as you know, Doug, you're a huge fan of Sex in the City, I'm assuming. You're clearly a Miranda. But anyway, apparently, you know the guy that plays Mr. Big?
No.
Okay.
I'm
He's so hot.
Is he?
You're going to like him. Well,
Okay.
he's like super into me. Yeah, here it is. He found out that, like, I guess Tom isn't here. He's super cute. Okay, ready? He sent me this video. It's so weird.
Okay, Christina, you have a podcast. It's called Your Mom's House.
Yeah.
You're doing it without your husband, Tom. She's killing it with her goth style, goth music. The Cure, always a great one. She's sexy, loves goth music. So let's keep
fun.
Tom away from it for a while and see what happens. You're going to be doing fine without him. Cheers.
Wow. What do you
Okay.
think?
Well, it's, nice, I suppose. I don't know really. I'm very neutral on
Yeah.
the subject of
an-
Mr. Big and indeed Sex and the City in general. I never watched it.
Can I? Oh, well, you're missing out. I watch
No,
it
I don't think I am.
compulsively. It's. Can I just point out, this is really interesting. This is very interesting in a celebrity's home when there's a picture of the celebrity hanging in their home.
Positioned.
Very unique choice. Hot choices. Do you have
Yes.
many photographs of yourself in
I
your
don't.
home?
I don't have photographs of me. There are lots of images of Pinhead around.
Let's look at him for a minute.
I have a sort
Where is
of.
he?
There's steps going down towards the utility room and basement.
I love this
and
photograph.
I keep a lot of stuff on the walls and stuff that fans give me. I call that a museum. So this is Bloodline Hellraiser 4. So it's 1994. It's late night. That is only water. We're filming. I always had a leotard underneath the jacket, so I just
Really?
just dropped it down off the shoulders
Oh, that's what that is.
for a little décolleté moment, dears.
I was going to say, it's the Cenobites. It's very big.
Yes.
So you had a suit, you had a leotard under
Yes.
the leather heavy. What is it, like an S&M kind of outfit? Which, by the way, I have to say, like, let me just fan your skirt up for a moment because, you know, I've been a huge fan of Hellraiser and Clive Barker, Books of Blood, all that stuff since I was a teenager. And I feel like, you know, anybody can kill people, right? Like Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
And Jason. I'm sure you're
Jason.
friends with all these guys.
I know them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys hang out and stuff.
Well, at conventions, I wouldn't say we sort of hang out. I
Yeah.
made a movie with Robert.
Oh, Robert Englund.
Yes.
Yeah. How's he?
Robert's wonderful. I've known Robert for a very long time. We made a movie together in the mid-90s called Killer Tongue.
Bring that up, please.
La Lingua Assassina. There we are. We shot it in Spain. It's
awesome.
It's one crazy movie. But it's a lot of fun. I was playing a convict. And the reason is Mindy Clark is in it as well. That's Mindy looking very, very sexy in her outfit with her killer tongue retracted in her mouth. So Robert was playing the chief screw, and I was
I see him.
I was a convict
yeah.
on a chain gang. And Mindy and her boyfriend had carried out a bank heist, and Mindy was pretending to be a nun, and she was hiding out in the convent, very heavily pregnant, with her collection of large poodles. And then there's a point in the movie which an asteroid appears, and it hits Earth's atmosphere, and it breaks into lots of pieces. She's sitting around a table eating soup with her poodles, who are all perched on chairs around the table, and fragments of the asteroid fly in through windows and land in the soup, and the magical properties of the asteroid turn all the poodles into drag queens.
Fuck yeah, this sounds like the best movie ever. This is amazing. When we started this podcast, it felt like we had to do like everything ourselves. Production, branding, marketing. It was a lot. And I wish we had Shopify back then. We use Shopify to power our merch store. It made it super easy to launch and manage everything from designing the site to handling drops like the Air Segura shirt, which we all know flew off the shelves. We can track orders, restock, and stay on top of it all without needing a full team. Shopify powers millions of businesses and handles 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from big names like Mattel and Gymshark to companies like us here at YMH. You can build a beautiful online store with hundreds of templates, create content with built-in AI tools, and run email and social campaigns like you've got a full marketing team. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/momshouse. Go to shopify.com/momshouse. Shopify.com/momshouse. Life moves fast, and sometimes you just need to relax, recharge, or actually focus for once without overcomplicating it, which is why I love Via. It's so easy to get, and it just chills me out. 500,000 happy customers can't be wrong. Via is changing the game in natural wellness, combining high-quality hemp-derived ingredients with powerful cannabinoids for real, effective-driven results. Want better sleep? More focus? A little boost in the bedroom? Or maybe you just need to chill out because your stress level is currently at the screaming into the void status. Whatever you need, Via's got you. If you're not sure where to start, their product finder quiz will match you up in under a minute. If you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via in our description and use code YMH to receive 50% off, free shipping on orders over $100. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via.
So we're in a kind of Priscilla in the desert kind of thing now. And that's only like the first 10 minutes of it.
Oh, it sounds. I got to watch this when I get home. I'm going to have surgery tomorrow.
It's completely insane.
Completely insane. And there you are.
Talking of completely insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my point being is that I love Robert Englund. I love Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Jason. Let's talk about your other Slayers. Night of the Living Dead. What's the one? The Chainsaw, Texas Chainsaw. Mm-hmm. All these guys are scary as shit, right? Like, yes. You don't want to meet any of these bros. Now, what I love about Pinhead and Hellraiser is that you brought a humanity to this, this really scary character, which is kind of cool because we got to see that at one point Pinhead was just a person. Mm-hmm. And it's all these great themes about desire and greed and lust and these wonderful human themes. And I find that to be so relatable. Anyway, I mean, it's a testament to you bringing some kind of human element to this, because this is fucking terrifying. There you are with Ringo Starr. Jesus Christ.
That's you keep asking me questions and then putting images up, and so that's I was doing publicity for the release of Hellraiser 3. So this, I think, is 1992, maybe 92 or 93. And the Miramax, in their infinite wisdom, had decided it would be a very cool idea for me to do lots of publicity stuff in makeup and costume, which I didn't think was such a great idea, but they agreed to pay me to do them, at which point it seemed like a better idea.
Of course.
So this is the MTV Video Awards, when they used to film with David Spade, the filmed inserts of celebrities who couldn't get in because they weren't on the list.
Oh.
And they'd pre-film those and then screen them during the awards ceremony, and that year it was Roseanne, Andrew Dice Clay, Ringo, and Pinhead.
Oh, cool.
Who couldn't get in because their names weren't on the list, and I'd had my makeup and costume applied in my hotel room.
Oh my God.
Which was a trip too, because on the way down from the hotel room to the lobby, we're in the elevator going down, and it stopped, and the doors opened, and here's a businessman with his suit and his briefcase. And he stared at me, and I stared back at him, and then he just went, "Okay." And
This is some weird shit.
and took a step back, and the elevator doors closed, and
Amazing.
and down we went. So I arrived in the limo. It's quite an exciting thing to be doing, and get out. And the PR girl comes over and says, "We're so delighted to have you here today. It was at UCLA. We're just going to bring you into the entrance to the auditorium. Eric Clapton and Elton John are rehearsing at the moment. And Ringo's here." So, I was 7, I think, when the world stopped turning for me for a moment, when I first heard "Love Me Do" on the radio in 1962. And huge Beatles fan for all of my life from that moment forward. So my legs have gone to jelly a bit, and came around the corner into the entrance to the arena, and Ringo, with this extraordinary turban thing going on, has got his back to me, and he's talking to a couple of guys who see me, and then they start, to Ringo. And he turned around, and it's one of the proudest moments of my life. He turned around, and he looked at me, and he said, "Hey, it's Pinhead."
Great. That's so cool.
And that picture was on the front of the Hollywood Reporter the next day.
Amazing.
It was great, and I've said often to fans, who say to me, who apologize because they're talking gibberish, or and my brain and my tongue, Homer Simpson style, completely disconnected.
Of course.
And I just talked gibberish to him.
Of course.
I'm from Liverpool too.
Yeah. I do that too. It's so
I believe I actually did say that while I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Did you guys talk about Liverpool?
I honestly, the rest is a blur.
Yeah, he just
For me,
dissociate.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
I think we did, but he's not a man of few words.
Yeah. He's got to be used to being seen as like an absolute god. It's arguably the most famous people on the planet are the Beatles.
Right. No, I mean, I was kind of completely.
Oh, I'd puke on myself.
Helpless.
I can't do it. If I ever met Peter Murphy, I'd just puke all over myself, or like Robert Smith. Those are my Beatles. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
So what is it like to be comedians? We're lucky in that when we meet fans, they're pretty happy to see us. Mm-hmm. I think people, you know what I mean? Like, you're walking around in this wild costume. What is that like?
Well, I'm not when fans meet me.
No. They meet you as human you.
Yes.
But like, I'm saying, like, even walking around at the MTV Music Awards, that's got to feel weird because you're not really filming a movie.
It does. That does kind of feel weird because people aren't relating to me, and I'm not in character because it's not doing that. But nobody's relating to me. They're relating to that image and what they see, and all the Pinhead jokes come out, the pincushion jokes.
Let's go. Let's hear them.
The dartboard jokes and, all of that. And being in sunlight isn't great with the makeup either.
Yeah. Oh, as a goth of, 40 years or so, I know. Oh, I know.
Well, because the foam latex is full of little air bubbles. Oh. and they heat up slowly. And you don't notice the process until suddenly everything is getting very warm.
Whoa.
And then it takes a long time to cool down again. So yes, and it was only me and Ringo that day. I didn't get to encounter Roseanne as Pinhead, which would have been pretty wild, I think. But
She would have loved it.
sure.
So I'm going to ask you all the basic questions that you get asked 40 million times a year. How long does it take to put on the makeup,
Right.
Doug?
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Christina.
It's the worst. I'm sorry. I know. How do you come up with your skits, Christine?
Early days, it was about 5 or 6 hours, and then it comes up to about 3 or 4 would be the standard time.
That's to get into it and then to get out of it at the end of a day.
30 minutes to an hour.
You just rip it off. Or no, they keep it intact because they're using it.
No, neither of those things. And I hated the removal much more than the application. You have to proceed slowly because basically everything is glued to your skin. So you can't just rip it off. And in particular, in my case, excuse me.
Oh my God! Please don't do that.
What?
Just kidding.
They I see your microphone over there. I think clearing my throat is the least of our worries. But, what was I saying?
Makeup, putting it on and taking
Yes.
it off. They got to pay you a lot more for that part. Jesus, it's just hours of your life.
They used stuff called Prosaid.
Prostate?
Prosthetic aid, I think, is the thing.
Look at you.
That's
What year is this?
This is 1994. It's Bloodline. This was Movie Magic filmed this and gave the impression that this is what Pinhead liked to do. He liked to, if you watch carefully, you'll realize that I haven't got a fucking clue how to throw a football. I don't do American football, but they gave the impression that this is what Pinhead does when he's relaxing on set.
Yeah.
He likes to throw a football around in the parking lot.
This Cenobite.
No, he doesn't. Who the fuck is that?
Is that?
Oh, that's Jamie. Right. Okay. That's from the remake. The Hulu remake.
Okay.
I haven't seen that picture before.
So she is a lady. I could never tell what gender that Cenobite was, which is another reason you guys were so ahead of your time. You had non-binary Cenobites.
In some ways, I mean,
Yeah.
as you said, I was wearing a skirt.
So cool. It's like an S&M thing. So I read Clive Barker stuff as a young teenager, and I didn't realize until last year when I reread Books of Blood, because I was in a really dark place after, breast cancer stuff. I was like in the darkest place.
So you turned to the Books of Blood to cheer yourself up?
I don't know what it was, but I was like, I have to read something darker than what's in my head to get me to access that darkness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to see something that feels safe to you to be able to deal with those feelings. And so I was reading it, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, Clive Barker, the guy who wrote it's a gay man." And you see it as an adult in a totally different way.
Well, now, this is very recently.
Yeah, this is like a year ago. I was like, "Oh my God, Clive Barker's a gay dude."
This is like Barry Manilow coming out.
You're like, duh. Well, now look at him. I'm like, oh yeah, he was into like leather bond. That's probably why I liked it, because I was a goth kid and I thought stylistically it's so cool.
Hey everyone, don't miss my Come Together tour. I've added a late show in West Palm Beach, Florida on Friday, September 19th. I'll also be in Allentown, Pennsylvania on Friday, September 26th, and Poughkeepsie, New York on Saturday, September 27th. Tickets and all info is at tomsegura.com/tour.
You'd read the Books of Blood in high school,
As a teenager, yeah.
So you'd read In the Hills, the Cities.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
Which one's that? Is that? I've only read the first volume. I don't remember everything. Rawhead Rex.
I don't remember running order.
Yeah.
Well, Rawhead Rex. There's a little bit of a clue in there as well.
Right. Yes. I didn't put together Like, the eroticism is being gay or whatever. I don't know.
He's
Is he
not. He's
is
not,
he a Satanist? What I'm trying to ask you, Clive, is he into sex,
what you're
magic,
working-
Satanism?
Never mind the being homosexual bit. Is he a Satanist?
Is he a
That's what we
Satanist?
want
Are
to know.
you a Satanist?
Am I a Satanist?
Do you get asked
Are
that a
you a
lot?
Satanist?
Definitely. I worship the devil daily. There you guys are.
There we go.
Oh, he's cute. I've never even seen an image of him.
I think that may be on the set of Lord of Illusions. That was a weird night. I think that may be it. I was doing a night shoot for Hellraiser 4. Clive was doing a night shoot for Lord of Illusions, like a few blocks away. And they gave me permission in the middle of the night to go and visit.
Oh.
So I did. I don't think Clive was best amused because it kind of brought his entire filming process to a
I
standstill.
know, when you show up in that gear,
When Pinhead wandered
they're
onto
like,
his set.
so you guys have a really interesting past together that I was not even aware of. You guys kind of...
I didn't answer your question, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
No, he's not a Satanist.
He's not a Satanist.
No.
And are you,
I
do
am
you
not a
worship the
Satan-
devil? Okay.
No, I'm an atheist. So by definition, if I don't believe in God, I can't believe in the devil.
Good reasoning. True story. Okay, so hold on. You and Clive go way back. When did you meet him?
1723, 3 o'clock
1723?
on a Monday afternoon, shortly before America was invented. I'm not sure of the precise year. It's going to be, pardon for the liquid death noises off appropriate moment. I got cast in the school play. We're at Quarrybank High School in Liverpool. Where 10 years before that, John Lennon was a pupil. I got cast in the school play, so I'm told to report to rehearsals, which I did, and met my fellow cast members, which included Fella My Lad. And that's, I've said, and it's true really, that was the day that changed my life. Clive was already writing, starring in, directing, hand drawing the posters for his own plays at school, which the head teacher used to give him permission to take over the school hall and put these plays on, and I got drawn into that orbit.
But isn't that amazing? Sorry, just for a minute, that your friends at that age are so seminal to who you become. Like, had you not met Clive and had you not gotten weird with him, we wouldn't be sitting here today. Had I not met my weirdo friends at 15 and they're like, you should listen to this music, or you should read this book, or you should go here. And then that's how the Beatles met, right? Like in high school. A lot of people met in high school back in the day.
Yeah.
So anyway, continue. So you're with Clive in high school.
That's where you two formed, right? Adam Clayton put a notice on the school notice board. Drummer looking for people to be in the band.
Wild, right?
And the other three were at school with him, and they all said, "Hey, yeah,
what is it about British
let's
schools?
be in the band." Well, that was an Irish school, but
oh, you were an Irish school.
Yes, you have to make a sharp distinction.
Sorry, yes.
Between
I know. Oh, I know.
Britain and the Republic of Ireland, or you'll start a war.
Oh, I know.
That was in 1992 at the unveiling of at the Hollywood Wax Museum. Okay, so is that not actually me? It may not be actually.
So weird.
That may be a wax dummy of me. I thought I looked a bit weird.
It looks really good though for 92.
The costume doesn't look quite right.
Oh. What is that like to look at a photograph of yourself and go, that's not
and realize
me.
it isn't?
That's just a statue of me in this wacky costume. And this absolute banana. So people always assume that you are this guy, right? That you are a torturous demon from hell when they meet you?
I don't know. That would be for people to answer.
Yeah.
But people are, there's... It's the fun of the distinction between me and the character, that's always there. It's always there, but that's true for any entertainer.
Yeah.
The distinct for you when you're on stage.
Of course.
With, you're the microphone. You are in in character as Christina P, and that's what you're presenting.
I know,
and then if people see you in the supermarket the next day, it's you know,
it's weird.
which people, I've had people say to me, what are you doing here?
They don't have HEB in hell.
I eat food.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why are you here?
Fucking wild. I've had people say that to me too. Like, wait, you carry a backpack? Somebody said that to me once in the airport. They're like, you have a backpack? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, I'm still an idiot. I'm still just a human.
Yeah,
but
we just shamble around doing everyday things when
farting into microphones, dude.
Yes.
But I think it's such an important. It's such an important
I'm
function.
agreeing with you, but that's I've never knowingly farted into a microphone.
Well, it's your first
in my
time.
life.
What?
If I feel the need to fart, I'll ask you for the microphone. You have a deal.
This would be the greatest day ever if Doug Bradley farted into my fart mic. Because then I can show my husband, like, see, celebrities love the fart mic, babe.
Okay. All right.
You'd be like the first celebrity to fart.
Is he appalled by
Yeah.
your fart mic?
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't want to give the people what they want. I know what the people want. And I want the fart mic too.
Okay.
Such a fucking bullshit. But what I was going to say is it's such an important function that horror has in society. And I think you play all monsters, and you've even written a book about masks and the function and right of say a little bit about that. I know this book you wrote was based on a talk you gave.
Yeah, it started as an illustrated lecture, and then it was suggested to me that it should be a book, which was cool because it was always very, very difficult for me to squeeze all the material down into an hour for this illustrated lecture, and it was still difficult for me to squeeze everything down into the book. So part of the thing that drew me into playing Pinhead in the interim after school and Pinhead, and it's the best part of like 15 years in between. We had done a lot of theatre work together, and we had done a lot of masking work in the theatre work, and so there was always a fascination with that process. And as soon as I got into horror, it was very much, those performances that were the most intriguing. Boris Karloff in Frankenstein, obviously, and then discovering Lon Chaney Sr. and so on and so forth. So in the book, I started by talking a little bit about the whole cultural history of masking, because it seems as though there's not any culture, anywhere, any time, any place that did not incorporate masking, either in a context of war, or in a context of religion, or in some function in daily life, and in particular to elevate yourself out of the human, away from the human, and in the moment of putting a mask on, you cease to be that human being, and you become the thing that the mask presents to the world. It's the image, it's the persona, and that's what persona means. And then I talked about how we tend to talk about theatre being born in the sacred groves behind the Acropolis, the groves that were involved in the worship of Dionysus. Theatre seems to be born there, and Greek theatre grows out of that. In Greek theatre, every single actor was masked. No actor in Greek theatre ever went on stage as themselves. And these were fixed, rigid masks that presented a persona, a character. And you would recognize, the audience would recognize immediately from the mask who this person was and what their function was. And there's also a suggestion that they always have very kind of exaggerated mouthpieces like that. And it suggested that this may also have served the function of helping to, like a loud hailer, project the voice out into the amphitheater. I talked about no theater in Japan, which is all masked kabuki theater in Japan as well. And then I took it into horror movies, which it seemed to me is where the legacy gets carried forward in the 20th century. Gods and demons and magic and transformation. And so I wanted to talk specifically about the actor's relationship to the makeup. Lon Chaney Sr., it was like a calling for him. You know, he made his own makeups. He applied the makeups himself. And no other actor has done that. You might not be
so cool.
He was, I mean, look at that. And all of that he did himself.
Are you kidding me?
All of
That's
that he did himself.
So iconic, this guy.
And he wouldn't let any of his secrets away. He wouldn't talk about it, and he refused to answer fan mail. Everything went in the bin. Nothing. There are a couple of staged pictures of him with his makeup kit. It's very theatrical, a lot of his makeup, because he started in vaudeville, and that was where he learned. You see the picture there of him with the makeup box, which I think you can see in the Los Angeles County Museum. But that's a staged picture. Nobody ever got near him when he was doing his makeups. And then you have like Charles Lawton playing the Hunchback of Notre Dame, who had a very, very bad relationship with his makeup artist, and Boris Karloff and Jack Pierce, very, very close relationship, working on Frankenstein and also The Mummy. That's Jack Pierce working in his looks like a dentist, doesn't he?
It's amazing.
Working on Karloff.
Wow, do you realize you're like an iconic monster?
Well, I do.
So great.
I have to, because it's incontrovertible. We all are. All the people we've been talking about, Robert and Kane and Gunnar Hansen, late Gunnar Hansen, who played the first Leatherface so memorably and so brilliantly.
Terrifying.
We have left our indelible mark on horror cinema. It's very difficult for me to put myself in the same company as Boris. But
you are.
Know,
Let me tell you, I had to walk out of Hellbound Hellraiser 2 when I was 13 years old. I had to leave. That's how traumatized I was.
Cool.
So cool. I've never walked out of a film because I was that afraid. My stepsister and I snuck in. We were too young to be in it.
13?
I was 13 years old. And there was skin. Was that 88? It was 1942.
Was it an R, probably?
Yeah, it was R.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I think it was Julia coming out of the mattress.
That's a scene.
Holy shit, man.
That's full on, that one.
And I've never seen anything like that before. And then you show up. Oh, Julia. Oh my God. It still terrifies me.
It's wild.
It is wild. There's nothing like this.
It's all the cutting of the arm, Oliver Smith, who played Skinned Frank in Hellraiser. And he's back.
Yes.
For that, and you've got all of that, and that's quite difficult to deal with, and it's only a kind of appetizer.
Yes.
for Julia emerging from the mattress. It's pretty wild.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, came out in 1988. We can talk about it, right, Josh? I always get into trouble. But yeah, it gets way crazier. And I just rewatched it before you came to Austin just to re-terrify myself. And it's still, I think because you have the themes of mental illness and Dr. Chenard and Kirsty. But oh no, don't even say it. Can I tell you my favorite line? When I really started to love Pinhead, and I was like, oh, this character's different. This guy's got some humanity. This is deeper than just slash bullshit stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, is when Tiffany unlocks the box and summons the Cenobites. And then they all come out and you're last and you go, no. And then the lady with the thing goes, no. And you go, no.
It is not hands that call us. It is desire.
Desire. Ah! Oh, I just got diarrhea having you do that to me right now. Yeah. Oh, I got a fart mic. Yeah, I got to fucking shit in the mic, man.
Well,
You're stressing me out, Doug.
okay.
Yeah, that's so like a. Oh man.
Well, you see what you
so
what you
cool.
were saying earlier is very true, because Leatherface doesn't speak.
No.
He kind of makes piggy noises beautifully, brilliantly done
Yes.
by Gunnar, but he doesn't speak. Michael doesn't speak. Jason doesn't speak. Freddy does, but he just calls everybody a bitch.
Yeah.
And
He talks some shit and he haunts your dreams, which is
Yeah.
terrifying.
And I've always said that, Freddy is rock and if Freddy is rock and roll, Pinhead is a requiem mass. Yes. That's where he belongs. And what you said about what I channel with the character, that's all down to Clive. That's all down to Clive.
Don't do that.
But those ideas,
Of humanity and
those lines, those resonating lines, no tears please, it's a waste of good suffering, and your suffering will be legendary even in hell, and we'll tear your soul apart, and all of that is all from Clive. I mean, I'm not engaging in false modesty at all. Yes, that's my performance, and I did what I did with it, and obviously I seem to have done something right, but the material comes from Clive. I mean, I changed not one word of what he wrote. And the thing for me was, because obviously I'd also, I'd had a front row seat for that 15 years to all of Clive's creativity.
how dare you?
I had a belch.
Edit that, and we
had a
missed
belch
it.
moment.
We need a belch mic too.
Well, this is the belch mic. The plays, the kind of juvenilia movies that he was making, the short stories, and the endless art, the constant art, the drawing every single day of his life. I saw all of that, and particularly in the writing, as you know from the Books of Blood, he naturally has quite a high poetic style. It's very easy to read, but it I mean, I would make a comparison to Poe, who does the same thing, but that's naturally Clive's writing style. So when I started reading the Hellraiser screenplay, the first thing that struck me was how he was kind of almost writing down, because he had to. So he's kind of writing in movie ease, which is not necessarily the way that he would normally be writing. And I was very aware that when Pinhead arrived and started to speak, I felt like Clive was going, thank fuck for that. And he was, he was taking the handbrake off and
Let it rip.
Yeah. So the language he employs for Pinhead is completely different from the way that
Yes.
anybody else in the movie speaks. So I have those lines, that language, that costume, that makeup, No.
What's your? I mean, it's haunting. It's truly,
Right.
but you're right, because it is such a scene stealer. You just want to watch Pinhead talk. You're like, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna kill? What's he gonna do? Can I ask you like the stupidest question, like Chris Farley type?
Remember when you were in that band?
I feel like that's what this interview is.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, no, it's the best.
Go on. You can ask
I'm
me
not
a
retarded.
stupid question.
So,
You use the R word.
what accent does Pinhead have in correlation? Like, what part of England is he from? If you have to, because I don't think you're doing like a Liverpool accent, right? Like, so
Scouse Pinhead. I'll tear your fucking soul apart, lad. I tell you now. Your suffering, it'll be fucking legendary, even in hell.
it's a totally different movie, and everybody
It
gets a
would be.
pint.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different.
You know what I mean? Like.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but,
No, that's.
oh, yeah, I do it like Australian. You said.
Well, you go Cockney. Like.
Go Cockney.
Like. Not like.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Like.
Like. You know what I mean? Like.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
What governor? What's
Yeah.
a governor?
Oh, for fuck's sake, no tears, please.
Oh, for fuck's.
It's a waste of good suffering. Come on. Save that suffering for later.
So cool, man. We just rewrote this.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure that would have worked.
No.
Quite. So,
no.
I don't know. It's
No.
just my voice.
It's your voice, and it's special. I want to share
I
this
didn't.
photo.
I wasn't. Well, I mean, by definition, he's countryless, stateless. You know, he has no. He has no social place. He has no. He is. You know, he's kind of in abeyance as a being. So there's no geographical or cultural location for him, really,
Well,
other than hell.
hell,
other
yeah,
than-
yeah. AKA hell. His address, HE double hockey sticks.
No, yes.
I just want to show this photograph. Is this you and Clive? Mm-hmm. As babies? Look at you two. And your lovely wife, Steph, sent this to me.
Right.
And I thought this was really cool. Can
Yes.
you talk about that a little
Right.
bit?
Sure. So, it's 1976. We're in Liverpool. So I am. I'm 21. How about that? Fuck me.
I know.
So we're almost 50 years on, because I turn 71 in a few weeks. And for those people who know their Liverpool geography, looking through the window, we're looking out on Belvedere Road, and it was a point where Clive was kind of ramping up filming on The Forbidden again, which was a thing that was rolling around for a few years, and it rolled on for a few years beyond that. It started out as an adaptation of Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, the play, to make that as an adaptation for a film. Even by this time, it's become something completely different. And we're in a flat that two people who were both at Quarry Bank and were part of the group that had constellated around Clive. This was their flat, and they'd agreed to let Clive use a room in the flat, as we call them in England, apartment. And it was completely painted black, and that the circles on the window, Clive had put that in there because he wanted sunlight to come in through the window with those patterns. And we'd painted the floor. We'd stripped the room back to bare floorboards and painted those either white or alternately black and white. What you're seeing on the edge is the nail board, as I call it. And this was purely a visual idea that Clive wanted to explore in the film. So I have to always think this backwards. He's got a piece of wood and he's painted it white, and he's put a gridiron pattern on it in black. And then at each intersection, he's put in a nail, a big, thick, like a 6-inch, 9-inch nail, big, chunky nail. And then just filming it flat on and swinging a light in front of it, so that the shadows of the nails moved across the board like a sundial. But then developing it in negative, so that now the nails appear as kind of ghostly grey things. The shadows are now white shadows on a black background with a white gridiron, and the shadows are white, which shadows ought not to be, and they're moving backwards and forwards on the nail board.
That's crazy.
That's it. It's just a visual idea. It's one of the keys to the way that Clive always worked with his imagination. There are lots of examples of this. Nothing's ever wasted. Nothing's ever forgotten. Everything's always in there. So as I say, this is 1976. 9 years later, 10 years later, 1986, we're turning the cameras on Hellraiser, and Clive has anthropomorphized the nail board, and it's become the character who had no name, who became known as Pinhead.
It's wild.
None of the Cenobites have had any names.
Yeah, right.
In my own head, they Pinhead doesn't. It was the special effects makeup crew who gave us the names when they were prepping the film, because I'm lead Cenobite, and then there's was chattering Cenobite.
Yeah, the chatterbox. I didn't like that guy either.
The fat Cenobite and the female Cenobite. They needed names for when they were working on the makeups in the workshop.
Yeah.
Are you working on the lead Cenobite today? It's a bit. So they gave us the names were their nicknames for us.
That's amazing.
Pinhead, Butterball, Chatterer, and the female Cenobite was called Deep Throat.
I didn't know that.
Which may be the reason why she continued to be credited as the female Cenobite. But so in the preparation of the film, they had all been talking about Pinhead and Butterball and Chatterer. And so when we went on set, those were the names that were being used. And they stuck, so that by the time certainly Hellbound came out, the press were talking about Pinhead.
Oh my gosh.
But in my mind, he has no name. Nobody ever called him Pinhead in the movies. He was called a Pinhead.
But as human,
but that's a different thing.
What was his name as a human?
Spencer Elliott, captain in the British Army in the First World War.
Old timey. He had a pith helmet.
When we see him at the beginning of Hellbound, it's probably 1921. He's stayed in the British Army, and he's he would be the reason that we see him in tropical uniform is that he's probably now engaged in putting down the Indian mutinies in the early 1920s.
There it is.
You get a little clue with the voice on the radio, which is talking in, say, Indian. That's ridiculous. There's no such language, but whatever, Urdu or Hindi or whatever language it is that you hear, which is just a little clue as to where we are.
Not English, am I right?
And there is his pith helmet.
There's the pith helmet.
And that's why he's got a pith helmet, because he's out in India. And there would have been scenes preceding this of him in an Indian street bazaar, making his way, looking for the place that he's been told sells lament configurations.
The puzzle box.
And then he would have gone in, and then you would have had the standard Hellraiser transaction scene.
What's your pleasure?
What's it worth, and all of that. Now, inside now, we'd had a big bump up in budget from Hellraiser to Hellbound, but then there was a financial crisis, and as the money was being moved from Los Angeles to London, the exchange rates went crazy and wiped about a third off the budget by the time the money was in London. And New World couldn't make up the money. There was even talk about postponing filming until things settled down a bit, but we
glad
went
they
ahead.
didn't.
And so those 2 scenes prior to this moment, which really only
It's so hard to watch. I still can't.
only because they they would have required two sets building,
Right.
and they're only
a
establishing
lot.
scenes.
Yeah. You don't need to do that for an establishing scene.
They went, which was a shame. That would have been nice, but
Ask
you know.
Fuck, I forgot. It was about him. Oh, I read the novella that story is based on.
The Hellbound Heart.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And I didn't even realize this before because I was always like, well, why do these people want to go to hell? What the hell is wrong? Like, what's wrong with you? What is that? And in that book, The Hellbound Heart, right? Is the name of it? They're promising him, they kind of trick him, the Cenobites. They're like, he's assuming he's going to get like ladies.
Well, that's what everybody assumes. That's what Frank assumes
Yeah.
in Hellraiser. And,
Yes.
and again, the difference to the other movies around at the time are Pinhead is not a boogeyman. He's not hiding around the corners in the shadows waiting to jump you. There's a whole process here. You have to be somewhere fucked up enough in your head that you become aware of the existence of this thing called the lament configuration and the promise that it's going to give you something beyond. And Frank has the line, it's never enough. It's never enough. And for him, that's all about, sex and drugs. No matter how much sex he does, no matter how many quantities of drugs he takes, it's never enough. And the Cenobites, the box, seem to promise something beyond. That's Dr. Faustus. That's straight out of Faustus. It's straight out of Marlowe again, where he says it's not sex and drugs and rock and roll in Elizabethan England, but Faustus is saying he's studied everything. He's studied the philosophers. He's studied natural history. He's studied theology. He studied the natural sciences. He studied everything. And it's not enough.
Is that all there is?
It's not giving him the answers. And that's when Mephistopheles appears and says, I can help you with that for a price. Your soul. And so that's it's a Faustian bargain. But so you have to have the motivation to want to find a lament configuration. I don't know how, you can't just, I don't know whether now you could go on Amazon.
I've got one in my study.
Lament configuration.
I've got one. I got it on Etsy. It lights up though.
And you have to obtain it, work out how to open it.
Solve the damn thing.
With the right motivation. It is not hands that call us.
Right.
And then and only then will you meet the Cenobites. But as you say in the Hellbound Heart, that's what Frank assumes.
That it's going to be horny. Good times.
What Clive does so brilliantly in the Hellbound Heart is that what Frank gets is he gets everything. He gets everything.
Yes.
All at once, all at the same time. He's coming all over the floorboards. He's got every song, every piece of music he's ever heard in his life, in his ears, all at the same time. All the conversations he's been engaged in, and every conversation he's overheard, it's all happening to him, all at the same time. And Clive says, he could feel. Every breath he can feel in his throat, every dust mote on his skin, he's aware of, he's hyper aware of. And it's insanity, and he's screaming and begging for it to stop. Mm-hmm. And then it does, and he's lying in a heap on the floor. And the female Cenobite is watching him in a very rude kind of way. Brilliantly described by Clive in the Hellbound Heart. She's just watching him, and she's got her legs spread, showing everything, with these tongues from that Frank has no doubt belong to people that she has killed, laid out on her thighs. and she just looks at him and says, "So you've finished dreaming. Good. Now we can play," or which becomes time to play in the movies, and that's the kickstart to the Hellbound Heart.
Fucks me up, yeah, right? Like, do you just feel fucked up just hearing that? But it's a cautionary tale, and it's also about like the hedonic treadmill that one can get on instead of just being still and being like, yeah, dude, you know, it's kind of like I want to tell my dad, like, there's only so many bitches you can fuck. There's only so many stepmoms I can have, right? You're right. This is the story of like, it's never enough. You've got to find peace and calm. It's not out there. Nothing is out there. It's an inside job.
But it's our curse, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
That
We're human.
It's never enough.
Sucks.
That we always want to, you know, we see a mountain, we want to climb the mountain. So we climb the mountain, and there's another mountain.
Yeah.
So now we have to climb the mountain, and oh look, there's another mountain.
No.
So here we go. You know,
I don't know who was it said that.
What's up? What's out there?
Yeah,
well,
more.
We'd better build a rocket and go and find out, hadn't we? We have this insatiable curiosity. You know, whales, we know, are hugely intelligent. I just read this thing about from. Studying whale song, they've worked out this process that when whales are migrating, they're sometimes not quite sure which way they should go. You know, like us in cars before GPS. Do we go straight on here, or do we make Fred, do you remember last year? Did we go straight? Well, I think we turned left. I don't think so. I think we were. And they will keep this conversation going between themselves for long periods of time, and they won't make a decision until every whale in the pod has reached an agreement, which by the sounds they're making are kind of coming together, and then they make their decision to go. They're hugely social, hugely intelligent. And apparently perfectly content to be whales in the ocean. They come out and breach. So they obviously have an awareness that there's this other place up here. But they don't have the desire to, you know, go and build machines to take themselves out. No. To go and explore, you know. There isn't a whale yet who said, Bob, you know, when we breach... when we do that jumping up in the air thing, and all the people on the boats take photographs of us. Yeah. You want to go and join them?
No.
And, you know, find out what they're up to, see what they're doing.
I know. It's like the reward.
They don't have that.
They don't have that. Well, I know. Someone once said to me, like, you know what the reward is for being a successful comedian? Just more work. The reward is for being successful. You just do more of the same shit. Do it harder, faster, again and again and again, and
when's your next special out?
Oh, fuck off! Who cares? Who cares? Listen, I want to do one thing with you since you're from Liverpool. And by the way, I think we have to thank your son Sage for hooking us up. Shout out
my stepson.
Yeah,
stepson. Absolutely. Sage Shulo. Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you, because he made you aware of your mom's house.
Well,
He's
made
super mommy.
He made his mom aware of your mom's house. He's hugely into comedy.
That's
massively
great.
Into comedy. And he's been listening to Joe Rogan for forever, which I think is a wonderful thing because he is of the generation that doesn't read.
Yeah.
He's is it maybe the first generation of Americans who will not have read Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Will not have read Huckleberry Finn. And probably never will.
That sucks.
What Rogan has done is he's introduced him to the marketplace of ideas. He's introduced him to this place where people do this.
Yes,
and just sit and exchange ideas in a civilized manner. So Sage is hugely into comedy.
Well, he's got to come out to Austin, and also
he had started listening to YMH, and he said to his mom, you gotta watch this, Your Mom's House, because the chick who's on there,
Yeah.
she's kind of like
mentally ill.
a bit like you. So Steph started watching, and then from time to time she'd show me clips of the craziness.
Yeah, and that's when we started interacting on Instagram a little bit, and I was
Right.
like, no way, this guy's fucking crazy. This guy likes us.
Right.
I didn't think
Yes.
Pinhead had a sense of humor, but he does. Okay, so you're from Liverpool, and I need you to help me decipher what's happening here. You think you could
God.
translate some of this?
I'll try. Sometimes when I go back to Liverpool now, because they did this survey recently on regional accents in Britain, and they concluded that regional accents are kind of merging, that they're softening, they're losing their edge. You know, it used to be you could go from one village to another village only a few miles down the road, and the language and the dialect would change slightly. You know, in an age when 10 miles was a long way, and it was a big deal to make a journey from there to there. And this was generally true around the country, except in Liverpool, where the accent was getting stronger, was getting more severe. So sometimes when I'm back in Liverpool, I hear people speaking and I think, I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, listen to this. See if you can help me, okay?
I'll do my best.
Obviously, you aren't going to win. We're going to.
How do you reckon? So,
Wait, how do I have to pause it?
Press the space bar,
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks ago.
I'm retarded.
so if you go back to the beginning, they're talking about football,
Okay.
soccer.
Soccer.
So the first bit is, how do you reckon we're going to get on this year, lad? Oh, I think we're going to go to Wembley again. I think that's.
Oh, shit, man.
I think that's the first two lines, and then I
One more time.
So I reckon we're going to get on, lad. Obviously, you aren't going to win. We're going to beat you or draw and get a replay at our ground. What makes you say that?
right.
We done it last game
So
about
he's
2 weeks ago.
an Evertonian. The guy in the blue supports Everton, and the guy in the red supports Liverpool. And he's saying, I think use, and that's
Beat you or draw and get a replay at our ground. What makes you say that?
use are going to draw and get a
don't know.
replay at our ground.
Show me how to pause it. Hold on. Let Tom chastise me a little bit.
Oh, Bauhaus. Bauhaus is dead.
Wow. Okay. So we know we're talking about football.
Yeah. So
All
it's
right.
how do you reckon we're going to get on, lad? Is the first line. I think he's going to go to Wembley again, and then I would guess maybe Liverpool and Everton have played an FA Cup game, a knockout game at Anfield, and I think the Evertonian is then saying, I think yous are going to get a draw and a replay at our ground. But it's very flat and it's very quick. Well, how do you reckon we're going to get on, lad? I think you're going to go to Wembley again. I think you're going to get a draw at your ground and then get a replay at our place, you know.
What makes you say that? Because we done it last game, 2 weeks ago. What's ba?
I don't know what that is.
Like about 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Because we've done it about 2 weeks ago. Might be about.
Okay, let's go to the next clip. What do you
Park
hear?
the bus. You didn't park the bus. We played great
Park
football.
the bus. We played football. Park the bus is that means you were being very, very defensive. So you're going into the game to protect 0-0, to not concede. So it effectively the idea is you've parked a bus in front of the goal.
Oh, got it. So they
it's-
can't do. Okay, got it. Okay.
Park,
This is
you
fucking
park the bus.
Wow, we talking about, lad. You're just celebrating like you just won the World Cup because you.
Yous are celebrating, lad, like yous just won the World Cup.
You nail that, by the way.
Which,
I think
you know,
Doug Bradley.
They do.
Wow.
That's the thing with Evertonians. They get a fucking draw. They think they've won. You know, that's the truth of it.
Okay.
They did last season. They beat us 2-2 at Goodison, and they were no. They it was late on, in our inexorable march to winning the title for the 20th time. We drew 2-2 at Goodison against Everton, and
you're speaking. It's like Chinese, the good old in Livingston.
They were
I don't
celebrating
know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. So that's what he's saying. Got a draw, and use celebrating like you'd won the World Cup.
Okay, that was really good. Try this guy. Okay, you did that one really, really well. Okay. This one is
thanks, girl.
probably the hardest in YMH history.
And we're here in Killarney because we've been invited by a very special character. I hear he's a local legend. And
he's Irish.
Sham. Sham, look at that. Sham, how are you?
Good, my dear.
We're here in Killarney today.
Nice to meet you.
Are you from Killarney?
I'm
Born and bred.
Born and bred in Killarney.
Born and bred in Killarney. So it's a place that we would know as Killarney. I mean, I'm out of my depth here, but he's pronouncing Killarney as Killarney. Born and bred in Killarney.
Okay.
With not very many teeth in his head, which doesn't help. But I think the guy interviewing him, who is Irish, I think he's struggling a bit.
Well, they all are. Okay, so let's keep going.
And what's your favourite thing about Killarney?
Timmy Connor, my best singer, Chatterglen. Timmy Connor from Chatterglen. They brought my better Timmy Connor.
Yeah.
From Chatterglen.
Yeah.
Good player.
Good player. Somebody's a good player.
Oh, you just
he may be called O'Connor. I think I may have caught that. But
O'Connor. The player is O'Connor?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Otherwise I have not got a clue. Not a clue.
Jack, Thomas, Shane, John, and Jack said.
Okay.
How about
and is this your regular spot? We're in O'Connor's bar.
I got Jack said so now.
Oh, we're in O'Connor's bar.
John and Jack said.
Oh.
Okay.
I moved around.
You moved around a lot.
I mean, like a statue.
He did what? I'm just not a bit worried about that one.
This guy's on.
And there's the horse racing going on in the background.
Oh, yeah.
On the television.
Yeah.
The horses.
I fucking hate horses.
I know you hate horses.
About horses.
I
fucking hate them.
They love the horses.
I wish they would all fucking die.
They love the horses.
I wish they would all get murdered
That's an awful thing to say.
Well, I don't give a shit.
What has a horse ever done to you?
They've stepped on me. They make bad smells.
Well, get out of the way.
I don't fucking like them.
You have a fart microphone and you're complaining about horses making bad smells.
That's true. Okay, one last. Tell me if you can decipher what the fuck.
From where I was sitting, that looked to me like a terrible goalkeeping error.
Pause.
Goalkeeping error.
Like you said,
Hold
it was
on,
just like
guys,
the first
help.
game of the season.
Okay.
This is North London. This is actually the area of London that I lived in for 30 years.
Oh.
And it's Arsenal. And the guy interviewing at the beginning, he's saying, now, the North London accent has become something very, very specific because it has absorbed an awful lot of influences from waves of immigration. The guy doing the interviewing looks to me as though he may be of British Caribbean background, and the guy that's being interviewed looks as though he may be of Middle Eastern extraction. I'm guessing wildly. The guy in the middle looks English. And the accent has absorbed all those elements. You can hear how
that's cool.
He has a very the guy on the right, the scarf around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a very, very pronounced North London accent, and you've also a lot of Greeks and then Turkish people coming in, and they've all brought their own inflections. Indian,
that's what we're
Bangladeshis,
hearing.
Pakistanis, and it's become very much a soup. So you're getting look to me like a basic goalkeeping error.
Well, you got to hear this.
And I can't quite. I need my. I'll call my daughter. She can. She understands this lingo a bit better than I do.
This is so funny.
Go on.
You understand? A man
Now,
just said
blood.
David,
It's a confidence thing.
blood.
He
Like
keeps
I said in
calling
my
him
interview
blood.
before, motivation, blood. The team is not
Motivation
motivated,
blood.
They're
You
not
hear
doing nothing. Like, Walcott
how
again.
that's almost like a Caribbean note in
motivation
that? Motivation
blood.
blood.
Walcott again, what's
But
he doing, blood?
what's he doing, blood?
What's he doing?
So
He come
blood
off-
is
he
like
come off
bro.
for 5 minutes, blood. What
right?
did he do, blood?
What did
What's
he
the point,
do,
blood?
blood?
What's
What
this
did
man
he
doing,
do?
blood? What are they doing in the board, blood? What are they doing? I'm not the only man getting mad, you know, blood. Everyone's mad here, fam. You understand?
Fam.
Bare man come here and waste their money, blood. You understand? Every week, blood. You understand?
Every
the most
week, blood.
expensive season ticket, blood. We ain't won a London derby this year, fam. We ain't
We
won
won
a
a
derby this year,
London derby this year, blood.
And
That's
the way
Arsenal playing Spurs or
That's it,
playing
blood.
other
Who's
teams
home
from
and away
London.
draw? Who else we done? Who?
great.
No one, fam. This team is
Who?
dead, fam.
No one, fam.
Who's done who? Who?
I love
No
this
one,
shit.
blood.
Yeah,
No one,
We come
blood.
here every week, blood.
We come here every
blood.
week.
Certain man go home and away, blood. Certain man go Europe, fam. For this, blood.
Fam.
Come on,
Set
blood.
the man go
Seriously, fam.
Europe.
It's
You
gotta
see,
stop,
that's
blood. It has to
that's
stop,
like
fam.
that's like a Jamaican
It's
patter
rad.
thing.
I love it. It's
You
like a
know?
patois, right? Is that the word? I don't
Yes.
even know.
And it's this.
That's great.
It is an unimaginable melting pot.
Yeah.
In London, and all those linguistic elements have found their way into
That's cool.
into the accent.
Yeah, it is becoming way more diverse in London. Wow, thank you so much for joining. Also, just know that Doug does these conventions where you can actually talk to him, and he's so sweet. You're so kind with your fans, and you spend time with people, talking to people, and I think that's lovely. So people can see you at a horror convention.
Sure. Where am I going to be next? In September, I'll be in Albuquerque.
Oh.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't check the dates to be precise. But in September, I'll be in Albuquerque and also at a convention called Silver Scream, which is in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester.
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 That's like an hour out of Boston.
Okay.
Worcester. And in October, I will be in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, sexy Lexington. Also, check him out
Lovely
on
place.
YouTube.
Great show.
Doug does this great thing where he reads Christmas stories.
Well, at
and
Christmas
books.
I do.
Yeah, I love
the
it.
rest of the year I don't read. I don't
Anything wish
read.
you would all year, though.
You just want me to read Christmas stories all the time?
I would love to hear your cool accent. Check him out on YouTube. Also, I think you should join TikTok.
I read classic horror stories.
I love that.
It's a thing I've always done. Steph, thinks I'm slightly mad because I'm always reading to myself aloud. But
that's fun.
I always did that since I was a boy. So it was, kind of a lockdown thing, and it was Sir Patrick Stewart who gave me the kind of idea for it, because during lockdown he did this great thing of reading a Shakespeare sonnet every day and going through Shakespeare's complete sonnet cycle, and he's just sitting in an armchair. See, there's me reading a Halloween story.
I love
not
that.
just a Christmas
story. I love that. I want you on TikTok.
But the first one is a Christmas story because a Pinhead puts his Santa hat on for Christmas.
Love that.
So those are on there. And there's also I recorded a huge cycle of classic horror stories called Spine Chillers, which you can buy at the store on my website. So dougbradley.com/store. Ignore the website because it's horribly out of date and I'm faintly embarrassed by it. Just go to the store.
I like it. You got some. Is that a severed hand? I like
and,
that. Yeah, that's cool as shit. Hey man, I like it. Well, awesome. So they can check out your website and find all that stuff.
There you go.
Thank you so much again for coming to Austin.
Oh, not at all. Thank
being a
you so
guest.
much. This has been it's beyond a pleasure.
It's
been
so
huge fun.
It's been so fun, and I just want to leave on this.
Blood, fam, blood, fam, blood, fam, blood, fam, blood, yeah, blood. You understand? Blood, fam, blood.
You also have to understand that these are Arsenal fans, and I do seriously think that being an Arsenal fan should be classified as a mental disorder. They're not
normal.
They're not quite right in the head. They don't perceive reality quite as you and I do.
They do not. Well, on that note,
they're very troubled individuals.
I'm so sorry if you're an Arsenal fan. Liverpool. Thank you so much. All right, mommies. I just a quick note. You won't see me for quite a while. I'm going to have my top surgery tomorrow. I'm so nervous. They're going to take the fat from my belly and they're going to make boobs. And I've had so many pairs of boobs now. I'm like triple trans at this point. I don't know what I'm considered. But next time you see me, I'll have a new rack. I'm going to go for cute little French girl titties because they still can gain. You can still gain weight because it's your belly fat.
Okay.
But I'll be out for I don't know, maybe 6 weeks. I hope so. Next time,
what happens?
Will I get big black tits? I hope so. What if I wake up?
Well, only if you've got a big black belly, presumably. But
what if I want big black ones?
It doesn't mean this.
Wouldn't that be fun? Or I show her a picture. She's like, because your surgeon's like, what kind of tits do you want? And I actually did find a picture of a black woman. And I was like, but my surgeon's black too. So I didn't want to sound racist and be like, can I just have the boobs but not the color?
Do these come in another color?
Yeah, can we do this in a lighter hue? But I really like the shape of these. What?
But so won't you have two sort of conical shaped holes in your belly?
Oh no! So what
two boob shaped.
Can we do this real fast and then we'll get out? You got to see it. It's called the deep flap. DIEP.
I'm sorry,
flap.
I asked now.
No, don't be.
Okay.
You're gonna throw up. Hey, I get to horrify Pinhead.
There you go.
Oh! Oh! This is a dream. Okay, so pull up like drawings or images of it. This surgery. First of all, it's going to take 2 plastic surgeons to do it simultaneously. It's a 10-hour surgery. So they take the fat from my belly because I don't have tits anymore. There's just bags of, it's just implant because I had a double mastectomy. So they'll take the fat from my belly. They carve it out like that. God, it's so Hellraiser-y. And then they're going to put it in my tit. They're going to rip the skin off of it and put the fat in my boob and then zip it up. And then I'll have a few revision surgeries, I guess. And then they give you a tummy tuck. Sorry, long story short, they'll tuck my tummy. So I'll have a flat stomach for the first time since I was 12 years old, which is going to be really exciting for me. And you don't gain weight in your stomach again because they take out all the fat cells, which is cool. But I can still gain weight in my boobs because it's belly fat. Yeah, there's the live pictures. Does that gross you out, or are you immune to it because you're Pinhead? When you look at those bloody photos.
I don't think it's anything to do with being Pinhead. I'm not. It's staggering.
It really is.
I'm not grossed out by it, but I had no idea that this was a thing.
Yeah.
That's astonishing.
It's astonishing. And they used to, when you had a double mastectomy, they used to just take everything and leave you flat. So now they can spare your nipples, but long story, you don't want to spare your nipple. It's too much of a hassle. So they just put a bag in there and they spared the skin. And then now they can do that. Because you don't want just an implant with no fat around it, because that's what I have right now, and it looks so weird. It just looks like droopy. And no, it looks like Sopranos tits. Like, when you go to his strip club and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like those hard early 2000 tits. That's what I have right now.
The Bada Bing.
Yeah, the Bada Bing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I could work at the Bada Bing with my current set of tits. So I'm gonna get some naturals again.
Well, let me know if you're working at the Bada Bing.
You got it.
I'll come and give you some dollar bills.
Thank you. The oldest stripper with my deep flap cancer tits. How depressing. God, scars and shit.
The only white chick in New Jersey with black boobs. I think you'll
come and see me.
The only white girl in New Jersey with black boobs.
I think you'll do well.
That'd be so great.
And this is tomorrow?
Yeah, dude.
You're awfully kind of. What the fuck are you doing talking to me?
Blood. Because blood.
10 hours?
Bro, I know, homie. I'm
blood,
already.
What are you thinking, blood?
Fam. Listen, if I'm not here talking to you, mate, I'm Australian again. If I'm not here talking to you, I'm home fucking pacing the floors.
No, I know.
And I don't want to fucking do that, bro.
No.
I'd rather be here trying to be funny and getting out of my own head. And then I'll take some Xanax later.
I understand that, girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fucking hell is right, man.
That's,
I was Irish. Do it again. Fucking hell.
No, I was doing Liverpool. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, girl.
Fucking hell, girl. Yeah, 10 hours. 10 hours, 2 surgeons. And it's a microsurgery, so my...
Do they
It's
one
wild.
take over from the other. They can't.
They tag team, bro.
They have to.
They tag team my tits.
Sharing the driving.
Yeah. Well, one of them, my top surgeon, she'll do it with like special, I guess, whatever goggles, so they can connect the blood vessels. And it is wild, fam. I know. I know. I want to start an OnlyFans page just so I can show people my deep flap tits.
The only way that you would really impress Pinhead would be if you were going to be conscious throughout.
Our suffering will be legendary. Jesus wept.
Oh, the pain, the suffering, the sweet, sweet suffering.
All right. On that note, fam, I love you. You're the best. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to Steph. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I love you guys.
Too.
All right. I'll
Thank
see you next time with my new black tits. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You did this. Look what you've done. You pushed and pushed, and now it's come to this. It's maddening and it's all your fault. You asked for it, so here it is. You deserve it. All the kicks, the screams, the blood. It's all for you. 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 What did you think would happen? Will you walk again? Talk again? We hope not. Will I drop it on your head? Can a knife puncture your side? I have a bat that would like to meet your face. You deserve it all. It's all for you. Your smile doesn't fool us. We watch you flail in the deep water. As for you grasp for air, we chill, kick and push. You fight to live, so we push you under again. I tried to make it work. I listened and I gave you chances, but you wanted something else. I'm filled with glee as your insides spill. This fist is for you. This blade is for you. Tie you to a post. Watch the birds eat away. You go up in flames. You suffer finally. I did it all for you. 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 All for you.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. That was so good. I know how hard that was. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. A million times I'm sorry. Lucy and Dushlicha. My cheeks sing me, you should know them. My cheeks run red with tears from my eye. My master is upset and I don't know why. Is it something I did? Is it something I said? Daily shame, embarrassment, self-loathing and dread. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Afraid, afraid, afraid. Afraid to be sorry. Sorry to be afraid. Wake up, panic. Fears my breakfast. Then for lunch I school a segment. After some thought, it all becomes clear. I'm the dumb fucking idiot. Fucks up all year. I put the wrong drops. I won't eat out my bomb. Those are just two things I do very wrong. It's not your fault that you wished I would die. I'm just an outside dog who keeps shit inside. I'm all out of words. Nothing else to do except apologize for being an imbecile. I needed you. I'm sorry, Mr. Tom. I do better, do better, do better, do better, do better.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you.